What is up, everybody? Josh here again, and today we have a new Subnautica 2 video for you. Today we'll be showing you every single item that you could currently build with the Habitat tool. We'll be going over all the decorations, interior and exterior, that you could place currently in the game. Like so. And like I said, that includes the exterior decorations and items also. And we are going to have some chapters down below if you're looking for a specific item. So the way this video is set up, we're going to be showing you from the life pod and how deep it is. And also, we're going to be showing you coordinates. And coordinates is if you hit escape in the bottom right corner of the screen, you'll notice the coordinates that you can follow. And you just kind of got to move until those coordinates match what we show on the video. And just keep in mind, there are probably going to be multiple locations for these items. We're going to be showing you some of them, not all of them. So just keep in mind that it's not every single location, but it is where you can find them and unlock every single item with the Habitat tool. First spot we're going to go to is going to unlock several things, and it is 55 meters down and about 416 meters north from the life pod. And right now on the screen, you'll see the coordinates for this location. I'll put the coordinates for every single location we go to. Inside here, you're going to find multiple things to scan, and we're going to show you what everything is. Right here is the lab chair. So as you come in to the right, 1 out 2. You also got the sonic resonator here. That's a little bonus. The dining table, 1 of 3. Coming in from the entrance there to the main area, we have the processor right here. And that will also unlock, looks like, the room and some bioblock. We also have a dining table over here we can scan. 2 out of 3. And the other piece is the sonic resonator. And if you need air while you're down in here, just come over to this little hallway right here. Right here we have the last of the dining table. We also have stools in here. That's where you can find the stools at. And on the walls here we have small lights. That's the wall light small. As soon as you come here at the middle pillar here, you'll find a trash can. Going straight in here, we have the Biobed as well. So you can actually unlock the Biobed here also. There's quite a few of them. But like I said, there are multiple places where you can unlock several things, but this is where we're going to start out with because there's quite a bit of unlocks here. We have the safety poster. Also got a lab chair down here where the Biobeds are. That'll unlock that. In the main room here, you can also get a Wake Maker fragment if you haven't got that already. We're going to head down this little hallway right here where we can get oxygen. To the right, we have the battery charger right here. For the battery terminal. 1 of 2. We also have the bioreactor in that same room across from that terminal. 1 of 3. Then from this first battery terminal, we're going to go up the ladder here. And there's a few different things you can actually scan in this area. Right here, we have the spotlight. We also have small coral jar. And that'll unlock the coral jar for you for small. Over here, we have the second Wake Maker fragment, if you're interested in that. And that should be it for this room. Leaving this room, we're going to go up into this little air pocket right here. There's another lab chair if you haven't scanned it already. And dining table. On this table right here, we're going to get the cicada debris recipe data card. And that's going to unlock scanning abilities. And also we have a scanner up top here. And that will unlock your scanner. And as soon as we go in here to the right, we're going to have another recipe right here we can unlock. It's called the room recipe data card. That's going to unlock the ladder for you. We're going to head back to that very beginning entrance over here. And we're going to go up the other ladder. Straight through here. And to the left, there's a ladder. And this is where you're going to get a few other little recipes in this room. Straight ahead here is a processor and, of course, a trash can if you haven't already got that down below. We also have over here the battery terminal. Should be the final one you need. to unlock the battery terminal to recharge batteries, and a dining chair here as well. That's 1 out of 3. Here's the second one. 2 out of 3. Also, if you're looking for a tadpole fragment, there's one not too far from the entrance here. You kind of head 285. You can get a tadpole fragment. And getting this will unlock the Moonpool and the vehicle fabricator, as well as the tadpole docking. Just a little bit south from that building, there's also a little bit of area right here you can explore. And you can get one of your first hydroelectric turbines. You'll need 2 of those. And from this structure, go ahead and head kind of northeast up on this cliff here. And you'll come to a cave. And we'll go ahead and show you a few more things that you can unlock. We're going to go right in this cave. Right here, past this copper. And down, heading south. You'll see a little red door here. And inside here, there's a few things you can unlock. There's the trash can. There's also the floor locker, which you can scan. That'll unlock your floor locker. Same area, you got your first of the single bed. And you do have the flashlight here also. It's an equipment item. 1 of 2. You also have the Just Keep Swimming poster here, as well as a inventory upgrade here at the Biobed if you left click it. So about southeast and about 88 meters away, 5 meters down, you got the Welcome Center. There's quite a few things here you can unlock as well. The most important one being the Biolad. You could just scan it. Inside of this area here, you do have the new life poster, the Zezura poster. And another dining table if you haven't got that one yet. Same thing with the lights, the wall lights. There's also 2 habitat tools. Since we're doing a video about habitat tools, we'll just kind of show you. There's one in the very bottom here in the floor. And then there's actually one not too far from the entrance right here as well. That'll unlock your habitat tool. Quite easy to find. Wouldn't be a video about the habitat tool and everything it can build without having the habitat tool, right? Not too far southwest from the Welcome Center there on the hill, you get your second flashlight. That can unlock your flashlight for you. Same place right here in this wreckage, not too far from the Welcome Center. You're going to be finding the beacon right here. 1 out of 2. You also get your first dive elevator here as well. Then what we're going to do is from that wreckage right there at the Welcome Center that we were just at, we're going to go completely down and as deep as we can here next to this wreckage. I would suggest at least having an air bladder if you can. And we're going to unlock the second tadpole fragment right here. Directly from this tadpole fragment we just unlocked, going southeast, there's some more wreckage over here. And this is where we'll get our last hydroelectric blueprint. Kind of tucked up underneath here.
30 seconds.
Somewhere. There it is. That'll get us the hydroelectric turbine and also the power transmitter as well. The next location is right here. It is not too far from the Welcome Center, and it is about 270 meters from the life pod. If you're heading about southwest or south, roughly, and it's about 91 meters down. Here's the coordinates for this location as well. And there are quite a few things here that we can actually unlock as well. And under this crash here, we're going to get the last part of the dive elevator that we need. Not too far from the crash, kind of looks like about southeast from the crash. We have the tailing table right here. And of course some lithium right there if you want to grab it. Inside the crash itself, there are quite a few nice things you can get inside here. Over here, we're going to have the high capacity air tank if you want to unlock that. Quite valuable, to be honest with you. Also got a lab chair here. We also have a power transmitter here as well, which we already got, but we could scan it if we want to. It looks like that's it for this room that we haven't already scanned, except for the power cell terminal. There's one right here on the wall as soon as you come in. We got a processor here as well, and the keep composter right here to the right. Got some stools here. And then we have a room recipe data card, which we've already got, so we don't actually have to worry about that. Then from that crash, we're going to head about 3:30 northwest-ish, and we're going to head into this little building right here, the one with the red light. And there's a few nice things you can find in here. To the right, you can find you a Rebreather, which is pretty good for diving deep. We also have our first power storage on the wall. 1 out of 2. We also have the S shelf over here on the wall. Like so. And don't forget to pick up the advanced wiring kit as well. And we get our final recipe for the single bed. Right there. And there is an unlock here as well. If you wanted to go ahead and get another inventory unlock, you can do it here. Just left click on this Biobed here. And the final thing we're going to scan in this area is the Tadpole fragment right here. This will give you the 3rd Tadpole fragment. And what that will do is that will unlock the Moonpool. We'll show you where the Moonpool is also when we go to another area. And then you're also going to unlock the Tadpole dock and fabricator. So it's going to unlock all 3 of those things once you get the Tadpole. As soon as you leave this facility, all you have to do is air bladder up. And you're going to see a wreck up here. And at this wreck, you're going to see the last fragment blueprint for the beacon. That should unlock the beacon for you. There's also a dive elevator here as well if you haven't got the other ones already. Also, if you're looking for the wave maker, you can go directly 285 roughly past the spider dome here. And we're going to go past this little structure right here to the bottom. It's going to speed up a little bit of our process as well, so I just wanted to show you real quick where it is. Just continue around the side here of the spider dome. And on the bottom here, you'll see the wave maker right there. Should be the final fragment for it. I only show these because they're just so close to the other places we're showing you already, and I figured you could probably go ahead and pick those up. One of the very first wall racks is located right here. It's not too awful far from Camp 1 and the life pod. Life pod, you're looking at about northeast, about 207 meters and about 23 meters down. And I showed you the coordinates there. And right here is the wall rack. The first part of it out of 3. The next wall rack is located right here, and it's not too far from Camp 1, and it's about 37 meters down, located right here. About 217 meters from the life pod, about 37 meters down, and that's heading northeast from the life pod, roughly. And it's right here next to Camp 1. And this is where you can scan it. And there's one more kind of close to here as well. And of course, the last wall rack is located right here. It's about 128 meters kind of northeast from the life pod. And it's about 5 meters down. It's on top of this box right here. And right there are the coordinates for it. And you can scan it, and that'll give you the wall rack. It's really not too far from the second angel comb right here. If you're heading from the angel comb, about 150, something like that. Not too far away from it. The next thing is the Nook. It's about southeast from the life pod, and we're looking at about 327 meters, about 47 meters down. Yeah, about southwest. Right here are the coordinates for it, and it is located right here in this little crash right here. There's also a dive elevator here if you haven't got it already. And this is the Nook recipe. We also have a recipe here for the Bioreactor as well. And that'll be 2 out of 3. And it's not too far from that location we just showed you. And this is the coordinates for this right here. And we are going to go ahead and head down into this little cave here, where this little red circle is. And inside here we have the final Bioreactor unlock. That'll get you the Bioreactor. If you haven't got it already, there's also a bed and a floor rocker here as well. We also have the repair tool on the desk here. And most importantly, an inventory upgrade. Next place we're heading to is Camp 1 at 15 or 30 direction and about 272 meters away. You will go right by the second angel comb. And right here are the coordinates for this area or this location. And we're going to go inside and show you a few unlocks in here. From this entrance here, we're going to head left and down into this tube that's kind of detached, and we'll get our final dining room chair right there. The next section we're going to go to is same entrance in here. Camp 1 to the right. And right here, we're going to have the painted tree photo or poster. Also, if you come back outside and kind of go above this structure right here, you're going to be able to go kind of southwest and you'll see the power cell terminal right here. And this should unlock it for you. From this location, we're going to go ahead and head kind of north, or about 15 maybe. North 15 roughly. And you're going to see like a little wind stream here go above it. Or a stream, I guess. And down over here, we're going to find us another recipe. And right here at this location right here, these coordinates, if you wanted to know from the life pod, I'll show you exactly from the life pod. Looks like it's about 390 meters, about northeast-ish, 30. And this is where you're going to find the interior wall recipe data cards. It's going to give you the interior wall, the arch, and the door. Also got a power transmitter here as well, if you haven't unlocked that also, and as well as a hydroelectric turbine as well. I just scanned them through the titanium, but you should have those unlocked if you're following the video so far. So from this location, about south 249 meters, you're going to come up to a crash right here, and here are the coordinates for that. And just need to kind of go down and go into this crash here, and then from this crash, we're going to show you another thing, which is the portable air generator or oxygen generator. Inside this crash right here, if you go to the left here and then go downwards, in here you're going to find this poster right here, which is the CHBC live poster. There's also a processor in here if you're wanting to get that, and also the Just Keep Swimming poster as well as a repair tool. Also, if you haven't got the repair tool yet, this should be your last one for it. And of course, you should have the Moonpool already, but if not, go up this little hatch right here and head the only direction you can. I think it's right here and then down. And you'll hear it beeping away. Right here is the Moonpool recipe, which we already have since we unlocked the Tadpole. So not too far from that first wreck we went to and that one structure that was inside the wall there. And right here is the giant clam, and this is where you're going to get the portable oxygen generator inside of here. This is the only place for it. There's also a tadpole in the bottom of the clam here, just to let you know if you wanted that as well. And the coordinates for this right here are these right here. And you're going to be about 240 meters south from the life pod, about 81 to 100 meters down roughly. You could do this quite easily, and I'm going to show you how. Just make sure that you have at least a health kit on you. If you don't have a health kit, make sure you have at least the wave makers. What you can go in and do is kind of go inside here. Don't trip any of the little pink strings, and go up here and scan the first part of the oxygen generator. And then what we're going to do is we're going to trigger the clam. Once it closes, we're going to go straight inside, and we're going to scan the second part of the generator. Like so. And just going to bring out our scanner, and we should be able to get to the second part right there. You can also get all this lithium and all that good stuff too. And then we're just going to go ahead and head out. Next thing I'm going to show you is a poster, the Pioneer poster, and it is about 267 meters north of the life pod, about 20-some plus meters down here, probably 30 or 40 meters down. And you need the sonic resonator to get inside here, so just blast the side of it. And in the bottom of this thing right here, you're going to notice the Pioneer program poster. And I'll unlock that for you. There's also, if you blast this right here, there's a repair tool in this box. You have to use the resonator on that as well. Next thing we're going to show you is the rectangular ceiling light, the large ceiling light that you can put up in your base, and it is about 464 meters and about 30 to 40 meters down. And that is if you head directly kind of northeast or east roughly. It's kind of on the edge of the abyss over here where the collector is, and it's right here in this large structure here. Little square light right there. Now unlock the small ceiling light and the rectangular ceiling light. There's also a tadpole fragment here if you want it, and there's also a bioreactor fragment right there. Bioreactor fragment if you want it as well. Next thing I'm going to show you is around the tailings village, and at this village you're going to be about 94 meters down, 441 meters away from the life pod, and that's going to be east. So you're going to head directly east from the life pod, and right here is the coordinates for that location. There's a few things here that's tailing, so we're going to show you quite a bit of things around in this area here. And right here is the drum or barrel. We have the drum, sorry, right here. That was the barrel, this the drum, and then one part of the chest right here. And directly from this location right here, we're going to go kind of east from here, and we're going to get our first thermal plant, kind of southeast actually. Down over here. It's not far at all, and it is approximately 486 meters from the life pod, 120 meters down, and it looks like you're heading about east, roughly southeast maybe. But right here is the thermal plant, one part of it. Directly across from that thermal plant, we're going to go kind of southwest. Over here inside, we're going to find a jar, and that is the tailing jar, and it is located right here on the coordinates, and it is approximately 484 meters from the life pod, about 127 meters down, and that's east, of course, east southeast from this little thermal plant right here. And there was an Axum building or structures up there, and there's some more down this way as well. We're going to notice that there is a little cave right here, and this is going to get us some more parts for our base. So it is approximately 472 meters from the life pod, and it looks like east roughly, about 103 meters down, right here in the heat biome. And right here is the coordinates for that. And what we're going to do is head north into this little cave here to the right of that thermal plant. And on top of this little mushroom here, next to all this lithium, there's a little card there. And that's going to unlock the roof cylinder and the roof panel large. Next, if you're looking for an alternative recipe for the tailing chest, and also we have the half glass room as well, we're going to show you where that is located at. We are approximately 545 meters away from the life pod and about 100 to 120 meters down. And it looks like we're heading east, roughly around east. And right here are the coordinates for this right here. Down below here, we do have a tailings chest here as well. There's also a jar here as well, or barrel. And that should be it there. And then up here, we have a few different things. We have the half round room again, which we've already got. The tailing jar. And around the side here, something we haven't got yet. And we have all the Axum jars here as well. We have the regular Axum jar, the small, and the tall. So they're all actually located right here as well for Axum jars. Next thing I'm going to show you is the Axum jar, or Axum jar, and that is going to be located about 610 meters and about 81 meters down from the life pod, and you're looking at about southeast to east, roughly. It is located right next to this little jar right here. There's actually a tailings jar here also located here, but this is where you're going to find it at. It's kind of hard to spot. It's right here on the side, but I'm going to go ahead and scan it right here. The small Axum jar and the tall Axum jar. And that'll unlock those two. And also directly across from it, we have the coral jar right here. Next to a small coral jar, which we've already unlocked. But right here is the coral jar. And we also have the hanging tailing jar right here. which is right here. So all these decorations can kind of be found close, and right here is the rug also, and where you can unlock the rug. So all these are found in this one spot. The next location I'm going to show you is a power storage location. We're also going to show you the final thermal plant location, and also where to get roof pumps, because roof pumps is really, really deep in this cave. But what you're going to be doing is going to this little cave right here, and I'll give you the coordinates to the entrance of the cave right here. It's right above the hot camp. You're going to be going, if you don't like using coordinates, you're going to be going about 392 meters from the life pod. Is about 114 meters down, and it looks like you're going about southeast, east, something like that, northeast, around that direction. And you just gotta come from the life pod. Maybe using the coordinates are the best, but it's here in the heat zone. We're gonna go straight down into this cave, and you're gonna see a heat cave base camp right here. There's also a lot of lithium around here, so just keep that in mind. You probably want to grab that as well. Over here is a power cell terminal, if you haven't got that already. Just scan it for the titanium. There's also the power storage. That should unlock that for us. And over here, if you haven't got it also already, there's the interior wall recipe, which we've already got and showed. And I think that should be it for this area. From this camp, we're going to head directly north and go through this cave. Now, I would suggest doing this probably in a tadpole. But I'm going to go ahead and not edit this because this is kind of a hard one to find, to be honest with you. We're going to head straight through the cave here. And we're going to head kind of south, southeast. And we have them marked here. They're quite easy to see. If you go straight down from this area right here, where it winds up into a large lava area, or you can see a bunch of lava plumes and stuff like that. Go straight down, and you'll see a hole right here. Just a random hole. And the coordinates for that hole are right here. And you have to go down in this hole. And this is where you're going to get the roof pumps. And also you can get like a power cell and some water and stuff like that. But this is where we're going to unlock the roof pump. The roof pump double. And that's it. You can also get air just right above this. So from this little tiny hole here, we're going to go ahead and head directly southeast. And go over these little plumes here. You'll see a bunch of stuff down here you can loot. Go past that. Try not to fry. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go into this little hole right here. I'm just going to do it slowly. And this is where we'll have to stop with our tadpole. And just go inside of here. And this is going to unlock the final thing we need for the thermal plant. From this cave right here, what we're going to do is we're going to go down into this little hole right here. So it's kind of on the, I think it's on the north side. Yeah, on the north side here of that large plume that's in the middle. And if you want the coordinates, right there's the coordinates. Kind of help guide you a little bit as far as where it's currently at. We're going to go down into this little hole right here and keep going down. And it is deep. Now, I don't have more than 250, so I'm going to have to kind of swim down the rest of the way there. You can see a purple root down here. And on this purple root, there's going to be a black box. And that is going to be Zip's black box. And that's going to give you the access key you need to get into the tadpole. There's also some other little special things down here, some water slugs and stuff like that. I think there's also a thermal. Yeah, there's a thermal plant right here as well, if you wanted to scan that. Completely up to you. And of course, the tadpole pins is not too far from this, but it is from the life pod, 672 meters. Looks like east from the life pod, and it is about 150 meters down. And right here is the coordinates, of course, for the tadpole pin. And what we're going to do is we're going to go inside here. And now we have the key card to go into the left-hand side. That should open the door. There's a few little blueprints in here. There's the power storage in here as well. We've already got that, but we're going to go ahead and scan it. You also have over here in the corner the Scout Ray poster. There's a repair tool here, as well as a dining chair if you want. You should have all the dining chairs and everything so far. But the most important part is once you come into this door, if you go to the right and go right again, there is a ton of coral and Axum pieces here. And we have had these in our videos, but this is probably the largest collection of them, to be honest with you. You have the jar, small, and the tall. You also have the coral and the small coral here as well. And what we're looking for is behind this right here. It's the Axum Scan Unknown wall lamp. It's the Axum wall lamp. And that's going to get you that wall lamp. And that's kind of like a soft light wall lamp. And that's really about it for this area. As soon as you go inside to the right here, you are going to unlock the half round room. And that's the recipe right there. Bunch of dining room chairs and tables here as well, if you want to unlock those and haven't yet. There's also a tadpole fragment here in the main room as soon as you come in, if you haven't got that already. To the right is the Moonpool, which you should already have. And if you haven't got it already, right here is the power cell terminal as well in this room. You also can get the Scout Ray chassis fragment right here. Some quick mentions is there's a tadpole fragment out here. Also, there's two tadpole fragments here, actually technically 3. And then you also have the power terminal, the transmitter right there. If you go directly southwest from the front of the pins here, there's another section of the pins. And in here, we're going to unlock a crate blueprint, the small crate. And that's going to unlock the small crate and the wall unit small. The large wall unit. The vent large. And the wall vent unlocked. As well as the wall panel. So it's a huge amount of stuff in here, not just the small crate, but a bunch of other items as well. In this area, there's also a processor, trash can, a power cell terminal, and I think that is about it, actually. The next thing I'm going to show you is the antenna roof pieces, and it is going to be approximately 374 meters and about 60 plus some meters down, close to 70 meters down from the life pod, and you're looking at about east is what you need to head. You're going to see a bunch of like coral and stuff like that around, like this right here, and it's kind of one of the ones where you kind of gotta listen out for. But inside this little coral right here, and right here are the coordinates. I'll show you exactly what the coordinates are for it. This is where you'll find the roof antenna recipe card. They'll give you the roof antenna large, the roof listening disc, and all 3 of those recipes are unlocked right here. The next items we're going for is the modification bench and, of course, the grow plots. And those are at the alien ruins. You get the alien ruins beacon whenever you do the tadpole secret room and go up there. You have to go east about 1,290 meters, and we'll show you where that is and, of course, the coordinates. You do also have to go past the Levithan for all the rest of these. So kind of keep that in mind. And of course, the alien ruins, it is 1,290 meters away, 127 meters deep, past that large tower sticking up out of the water there. And right here are the coordinates for that. And the grow beds are up top. All you gotta do is scan them. There are 2 you have to scan here. One right there, and then one off to the side here. Make sure you scan them both to get the grow bed. That gives you the grow bed and all the stuff you can plant with the grow bed. And then what we're going to do is go inside. Looks like down here we also have the high capacity air tank recipe, which we already had. This is called the research outpost. To the right here, you have an upgrade for your Tadpole, energy efficient, so maybe grab that as well. From the main entrance, you're just going to go left down this hallway right here, and to the right, you're going to find the modification station right here. And that'll unlock that. And we're going to go ahead and get some air in here real quick. Across from the air room, you can actually get a copy of that poster again. We've already got the CHBC live poster. There's a few things that we've already got. We got the processor in here, and also here on the wall there is a power storage also. So the next two items I'm going to show you is the work lamp or work light. So we are going to be starting from the alien ruins. Like I said, if you have that point, just go to it. If not, it is about 1,295 meters and 122 meters down. And that is directly east from the life pod, past this tower. Here are the coordinates again, in case you're using chapters and you didn't see the last part. And we'll show you which direction to go to the work lights. And about 281 meters and 194 meters down, away from the alien ruins. And that's about south, I think. About south, pretty much, from the alien ruins, roughly. You'll see on the top of this little platform right here, there is a work light. This is your first work light. You can go ahead and scan right here. And the only way you can tell is if you see it roll around in your scanner, you can see a little yellow dot right there. It's kind of dug into the rock here. But that's 1 out of 2 of the work light. Then we're going to head 195 and down from that exact spot. And there's a hole right here next to this creature enamel. And as soon as you go down through this hole, go to the top of this right here. And you should see it right here at about 255 meters, roughly. Yeah, about 260. And it is located right there's the alien ruins, 334 meters from the alien ruins and about 259 meters down. And we're heading east, of course. The entrance to this little hole right here, showing you coordinates, is going to be these coordinates right here. And of course, just go down in this hole and you should be able to get the work light. And this should be the second scan for the work light. The next thing I'm going to show you is the time of day display, which shows you what time of day it is and like whether it's night or daytime. It doesn't actually give you like a time scale, but it is 271 meters from the alien ruins and about 250 meters down. Of course, you're going to be heading about south-southwest roughly to the needler nest here, and I'll give you the exact coordinates for it as well. Right here are the coordinates for the time of day display, and just go down there and scan it. And that'll be the first one. There's another one not too far. And the final time of day display location is going to be 236 meters. And it's going to be south from the alien ruins, about 130 meters down. You're going to come to this large green thing right here. And it's located at the base of the tower right here. And that should unlock the time of day display. And the last thing we're going to show you is the metal farm is about 1,600 meters away east from the life pod, or from the alien ruins. It's about 351 meters east. You come to the power plant here. And from the power plant here, you just kind of follow it down. Make sure you have the depth module if you're using your Tadpole. We're going to be right here, and we're going to be looking about north-ish. And the coordinates for this right here are this right here. And we're just going to head like north-northeast from the base of this power plant. It's probably one of the furthest places away from the life pod also. We're just going to follow this purple route here, and then we're going to turn left when we see a green glow, greenish yellowish glow over here. And this is going to be the metal farms. And over in this area, what we're going to do is we're going to go over here and scan these long cylindrical looking things right here. And this will unlock the metal farms for us. You're going to need 3 of these scans, and there's quite a few of them down here, so it should be easy to get 3. And then there's a third one right here. And that should unlock metal farming and the metal farms that you can build at your base. And don't forget to look around this area also for more materials and resources so you can craft the metal farm. And just letting you know, the coordinates for this location are right here. This is the final location where you're heading to for the metal farm. And that should be all of the items that you can currently find the blueprints for and craft in the habitat tool. I'm going to give you a few exceptions here. The Reaper with Leviathan is if you pre-order the game for early access, so you can get that. There's also a Twitch drop running around there somewhere. I don't currently have it, but there is a Twitch drop that you can get, some kind of display you can put on the wall as well. But this should let you unlock and build pretty much what you want, honestly. There's quite a bit to it that you can build in this game under the habitat tool. And an arm will mention is whenever you first start the game, if you go back to where you first started the game, there is a poster here, but it won't let you scan it. It's like the Zezura poster, I think. Right there it says Zezura. And I don't think you can scan it, even though it kind of, I don't know if it's a bug or what, but this may be something they can do in the future. Come back and scan this, but currently you cannot. So that is unfortunate. And of course, you can get to this place again if you want to. It's about 500-600 meters down, so just keep that in mind. You're going to have to swim past 450, since 450 is the current limit that the Tadpole can go with. And it's roughly about 214 meters away from the life pod. Kind of, I want to say it's kind of southwest, roughly. Not too far from the giant clam, and the coordinates are right here. So if they add that in the future, that'd be great, but I doubt it. I don't know. I just don't know, to be honest with you, but that's the coordinates. And of course, you just go straight down from there into the abyss, about 500-600 meters. And that is going to be it for this video. Don't forget, if you like what you see, to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Subscribe and we'll get you more Subnautica 2 videos just like this one. Hope you enjoyed this video. It took us close to 10 hours, probably, to produce it, not including editing and all that good stuff. So maybe that deserves a like. And hopefully, we'll see you next time. Peace.